if you put an environment with pathogen. Okay?
Thank you. Any more questions for Myra? If not, please thank her. Thank you very much, Myra.
So can we have the next speaker?
Good morning, everyone. So this is from the research lab, high-tech research lab to the farm.
So, sorry, I forgot to introduce that Dr. Rajeev will be talking to us about sustainable frog culture in Vietnam.
Yeah, that's what I told. Yeah, this. Okay, so I will be talking about frog, mostly about Vietnam, and also, the problems, the challenges, what we are facing, and how to overcome. So it's more like we are going to discuss than I present much. So if we look at frog, Vietnam and China actually they share almost 70% of frog production, and there are two main species. One is what we call Thai frog and another bullfrog, which are mainly cultured. Among that, Thai frog is having the maximum percentage, almost 90%. And in Vietnam, it's mostly cultured in the southern Mekong area and very close to Cambodia. You will find there are many frog farms. Now, if we look at the production level model, it's very simple and normal. You can see the broodstock, then tadpoles, which are about a month time, and then grow out. Grow out depends on what is the harvesting size required. If it is exported to nearby countries, then it is bigger in size. For domestic consumption in Vietnam, it's smaller, 200 to 250 gram, whereas outside it's about 400 gram. Now coming to the nutritional requirement as per the feed, because many companies, they have commercialized feed. So in the tadpole stage, you need higher percentage of protein, which is up to 40 to 42%, crude protein, and different size. This is from size 0 to 3 gram. Then juvenile, you need lower percentage of crude protein, up to 35%, and grow out is 28 to 32%. Water quality parameters is almost the same as other aquatic species, whether it's fish or shrimp. Now, production cost, if you look at the grow-out production cost for three to 4 months in Vietnam, it goes about $1.5 per kg. And FCR is about 1.1 to 1.3, and ADG will be 3 to 3.5 gram. If we look at what are the challenges, the biggest challenge is the availability of broodstock. We don't have quality broodstock because most of, when we call it Thai frog, so it is imported from Thailand, and then farmer, they are not regular buyer of broodstock, so they will go for F1, F2, even up to F3 generations. So because of that, there will be some genetic issues in breeding. And then also the market is fragmented and unstable. Sometimes, demand will be higher, cost will go high, and then suddenly goes down. So that also affects the farming. And the third one is about the season. North of Vietnam and China having cold season, so that affects also the growth. Now, what we are focusing on the disease, other than known viral and bacterial diseases, what we see that we have limitations, and what that we cannot control disease because we don't have very like what you call corporate farms or integrated farms. It's more scattered, 1 hectare to 5 hectare, small farms. So it's difficult to manage disease protocols. So that's our challenge. And then the common diseases, what we see is edema, on which we are working. You can see the tummy become very big and it's full of watery, you can say. And when you dissect, water comes out. And when the frog jumps, so because of the pressure, it affects heart, and maybe it's more like they die all of a sudden. So it's a heavy loss, and this generally happens due to multiple reasons. And then kidney or liver failure also occurs. That is mostly because toxic environment. You say most of the water are from the Mekong River, which is not sedimented and also not disinfected. So here we have to work on all the aspects. So we work on some functional development, how to make the functional formulation, which can where we don't use antibiotics or other strong chemicals, and also should be affordable to the farmers. So we have combinations of different elements, which is natural ingredient and amino acids and some functional peptides. Now, it's not only these functional formulations are not the bullet, or the moonshot. We have to, go with the whole protocol. We must follow strictly the whole protocol. So we start with the broodstock monitoring, then the biosecurity measures. So we have to discuss deeply with the farmers, with the suppliers of broodstock, how we can get the best quality, how we should maintain the quality, and then when it is in the farm, then stocking density, which is also very crucial, then water quality parameters, and then proper feeding management. Now, we conducted so far 2 trials. One was on a small scale in the tanks where we can observe, more minutely, and second one in the raceway type of ponds. So this one is for the one which we had in the tanks at the farm actually. So we use 3 doses, and this one is the second setup which we did in the so-called frog ponds, which is like big tanks. And this we can see the outcome. So you can see control, it still has the original color and which has yellow stage. Then the lower dose, 0.25 ppm, you can see skin is almost same as the control. Little bit change in pigmentation. When it comes to 0.5 ppm, you can see it's darker and more consistent. So we have, in first opinion will come, probably we are stressing it. But when we compare with their activity, their activeness and the growth rate, it doesn't match with the stress level. So, and the growth of 0.5 is better than 1 ppm. Even though, and also the darkness in 1 ppm is not consistent. Some are dark, some are light. Now, when we come to the feeding rate and attractability after spraying this formulation, we see that when 0.5 ppm, the feed consumption was the highest and they were more active. Second one was the higher dose, 1 ppm. 0.25 ppm is going slow, but consistency is more there. So, even in terms of, yeah, this one I already talked, I think. So the feeding rate, was also 0.5 ppm, it's the highest. Yeah, so we had some dissection and we tried to see whether there is any abnormality. This was done on the first month. So for the raceway trial, it's still ongoing. So, so far we haven't seen any abnormalities, no mortality in all the groups, and internal organs are fine. Now our next step, we are going to conduct trials on commercial basis in both Vietnam and China. And also we have one facility we recently acquired at St. John's Island in Singapore, where we also want to conduct a trial that will be more controlled. Yeah, thanks a lot. If you have any questions, I can